Hi, and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, please subscribe, click like, and select notifications. Today, I have a Pilates practice for you that is going to utilize the foam roller. If you've ever wondered how to do myofascial release and get a nice stretch during your Pilates, this is the class for you. We'll start fingertips to temples or up on the forehead, leaning back, kind of mid to upper back. And we'll go into a full crunch, leaning back to your level of comfort, extending along the trunk, and then exhaling as you rise up, looking between the knees. Feet are planted on the floor. There's light interconnection along the backs of the upper inner thighs. We're getting extension and playing around with range of motion as you lean back. And then as you rise up, gentle exhale, getting the transverse abdominis and rectus abdominis to work together in concert to strengthen your core. Awesome. Now let's add a little bit of movement. We're going to raise the hips up, rock into that light lift and crunch, and then rock back into your backward lean. Good. So this is a fantastic stretch and massage into the back, while also stimulating the core. So lean back as you roll forward, lean forward as you roll back. Awesome, feels so good along the upper and middle back. Let's go all the way out, extended legs. Exhale, release the elbows down. And we're doing that same movement again. Inhale. Good. And look out over the toes as you rise up. Good. Now really anchor the heels down towards the floor. Again, there's that light squeeze along the backs, the upper inner thighs. Keeping light tension into the glutes. Add a little hold at the top, threading your rib cage towards your hips, condensing along the front of the body. Awesome, holding it up. We're gonna add our crisscross, elbow to opposite knee, using your core stability and control, leaning back onto your foam roller, and then coming up into that twist. Now you might find that from this position, you're getting a little bit more thoracic rotation, so a little bit more rotation into that mid-back line. This is going to really help work into the obliques. And then you're getting light pressure along the mid to upper back, depending on where you allowed your foam roller to rest. Awesome. Keep the chin slightly elevated from the chest. Eye gaze looks up as you come through center. Good. Length along the neck. Push the head into the hands to reduce any strain you're feeling on the neck. Awesome. We're going to come all the way up into a stretch. Release that foam roller from the back as you reach out towards the toes. All right. We're going to move that foam roller. Place it kind of mid-thigh. Fingertips pointed slightly outward. Lift up, bringing the glutes off the floor, and then release back down. Awesome. Lift up, bringing the glutes off the floor, and then release back down. So you're going into a kind of reverse plank, backs of the thighs still resting onto your foam roller. Good. Squeeze into the glutes as you rise. Press into the fingertips all the way through the knuckles. Open along the chest, getting length along the collarbone. Awesome. Next up, we're going to add some movement to this. Holding at the top, you're going to rock forward and then pull back. Now, you're welcome to adjust your foam roller. This is a fantastic release along the backs of the thighs. It's going to feel really good into your hamstrings. If you're able to, feet rise up from the floor so you get that core connection as well. Good, so you feel your abs engaging as you roll forward and back, stretching into the backs of the thighs, nice massage into the hamstrings. Awesome. Come on down to the glutes and let's rest down onto one forearm, fingertips up to the temples. We're just going to lift the outer leg up. Good. So if I'm down onto my left arm, right elbow up towards the leg as the right leg lifts up and down, leaning a little bit over towards the left side. Good. And we're going to feel this in the outer oblique. So from the ribs to the hips, we're feeling that connection, maybe even working into our love muffin. Now we're going to add in a knee to elbow. So we're bringing the leg a little bit closer with that knee tuck. And you should really start to feel this along the outer obliques. Awesome. Stick with it. Almost there. Add in an elevation. So you're just lifting up out of that bottom forearm a little bit, bringing the elbow up from the mat and squeezing over to the side. So each one takes you a little bit further into the work. Let's do one more. Awesome. Well-deserved stretch here. Reaching out to the toes, lengthen along the backs of the legs, stretch. And then we're going to go into another hamstring release. This one's getting in through the outer thigh into the glutes. We're stretching along that hip line. Now we're going to stretch into the obliques, twisting away from the leg that was lifting and lowering. Good, getting a little bit of a stretch along the back and along the outer edge of our trunk. Coming back in through center, lift the left leg, and we're going to rock forward and back. Good, massaging into the hamstrings as promised. Good, so same move again, but now we're focusing one-sided into that left leg as we roll forward and back along the back of the thigh. So from the base of the glutes to the top of the back of the kneecap. Good, so we're going to reduce any of that hitting of the foam roller along a joint. So you're just rolling towards the back of the knee without hitting the back of the knee, just rolling towards the base of the glutes without hitting the back of the glutes. Let's do the other leg. Left leg up and down, lifting the leg towards that bent elbow. Awesome. Try to stay elevated. Try to stay strong. Now let's add the knee tuck. So going a little bit further in terms of our range of motion, we're squeezing a little bit more into that outer oblique from the hips up towards the shoulder line. Awesome, almost there before we do that lift off. Ready? Lift and lower. Up, up. Let's do 5 more. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right legs turn. Let's take the stretch, reaching out towards the toes first. And then we're going to take the left ankle right above the right knee. Good, let's stretch into the outer thigh, outer edge of the hip and glute. Maybe leaning forward or staying elevated, whatever feels right for you. Next up, we take that left leg, cross it over top of the right. And we're going to go into that twist and stretch. Good, so looking over your back shoulder, nice stretch along the outer obliques into the back. From here, let's keep that ankle on top of the knee and roll through the right hamstring. Awesome. If you have tight hamstrings, this is such a great release into the back of the leg. Love this foam rolling technique. Great, we're gonna move the foam roller towards the base of the kneecap now so we can roll through the calves. As you lift off this time, glutes lifted from the floor, we're gonna pull the body back through the hands and then come up towards a reverse plank. Good, so just rolling into the calves here, from the bottom of the knee to the top of the ankle. Good, now as you pull back and through, you've got that threading of rib cage towards hips, nice core connection, squeezing into the abs as you pull back and through. Awesome. All right, we have effectively rolled our way through the backside of the body. Let's move into the outer thigh. We're going to take that top right leg, cross it over top of the bottom left, and we're going to roll through the outer thigh on the left side. Left foot is raised from the floor, and again, we're rolling top of the knee to the bottom of the hip. Awesome. Holding it down onto the forearm with that right hand pressing into the floor for balance and stability. We're going to take the right leg, bring it out on top of the left, find your balance here, lift the hips up, and just take that right leg up and down. 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Fold and release. Let's do that same sequence on the other side. So we'll start with rolling out through the outer thigh, from the knee towards the hip. All right, so adjust accordingly. Left leg over top of the right leg rolls through from knee towards hip. Good, let's do a few more of those rolling forward and back, still using our core to connect. Awesome, hold it. Left leg comes out. We're just gonna lift that left leg up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Next up, we're going to roll through the quadriceps. So when you are ready, from the base of the hip towards the top of the knee, come onto your forearms, roll forward, and then roll back. God, this is always another favorite of mine, to really roll into the quads. I don't know about you, but mine are perpetually tight, perpetually kind of in that flexed position. And this is such a great foam rolling technique to really get into the nitty-gritty. Give yourself a massage into the thighs. Anytime you need to adjust that foam roller, again, go ahead and adjust it so you can get just the right angle, top of the knee to the base of the hip. Awesome. Let's hold it mid-thigh, lifting the left leg up. 3, 2, 1. And let's do the other side. Toes pointed, Squeeze the glutes, hold the abs in tight, hold your posture looking out towards the fingertips or front edge of the mat. Just a few more. And rest. Awesome. Come into a child's pose, hips to heels, arms to the front, stretch all the way from your glutes to your fingertips. We are going to move the foam roller again. Let's go ahead and take it to the base of the knees this time. We're going to roll into our shins, coming into a plank. We're going to tuck through and then extend back. Good. So kind of just like before, now we are doing a tuck. Knees in towards the thumbs. Readjust as necessary. That foam roller is going to move a little bit differently than our bodies. So if you do need to change your positioning, go ahead, change it anytime. Go ahead, tuck in, hold those abs in nice and tight, pull, and stretch back into plank. Awesome. Hips to heels, arms to front. Let's stretch once again. All the way from your hands to your hips. Now let's go ahead and start to rise up. Walking the hands back, big inhale all the way up to the sky. Extend fingertips all the way down through the abs. And let's do a little bit of balance and stability. You're going to take the foam roller along your spine. Rest back onto your forearms. Now you can use your hands to hold your foam roller as you test this out for size. You want the foam roller basically to be from the hips to kind of mid-back. So adjust there, and then you're just going to take one foot up at a time, lifting it off of the floor, testing your balance and stability. Now, natural inclination is going to be to rock side to side, but we're trying to stay as steady as we can. Awesome. Now we're really going to challenge ourselves a little bit more next. You are going to, after these next few, bring your hands out wider and lift both feet up from the floor and then tap back down. Good. Again, just testing the waters first. One leg at a time, and now both legs together. Go ahead, squeeze heel to heel together like steel. Squeeze along the backs of the upper inner thighs. Abs are braced, tummy tight, eye gaze up towards the ceiling or just out over the nose as you watch the legs lift up and down. Awesome. Let's go into a single leg stretch with bent knee. Awesome. Extending the legs out and in, out and in. Nice point in through the toes. Good. Again, nice core brace. Good. Length along the back of the knee. Strength along your core. Good. I think you know what's coming next. From that leg extension, we are going to go from our single leg into a double leg. You ready? Extend both and then pull back in. Awesome. Try to maintain stability and balance along the trunk as you extend those legs out of 45. Lower if you've got it, higher if you're feeling unstable. Good. So the more extension you get, the more you've really got to work into those abs. Let's do 2 more. 1 and done. Awesome. Remove that foam roller from the bottom, bring it around the toes. We are going to place it right between the thighs, come into a stretch along the back, reach the fingertips forward, and then pull the foam roller back to you. Now here you want to go from your wrists towards your elbows. Good. Roll back. Use your back muscles and a tall, elevated posture. God, this is a great one for the inner thighs, but we're also rolling through those forearms. Good. So for all those reverse planks that we did, now they are getting a chance to have a light stretch and a light myofascial release. Good. Lengthen and then elongate from sits bones all the way up to the crown of the head. You can even pull your elbows back. See if you can change your range of motion, going a little bit further each time you reach forward, sitting up a little bit taller each time you rise up. Good. Now let's roll that foam roller all the way to the front. Hold the stretch. Lengthen all the way through the inner thighs, up through the glutes into the lower back. Rising up, we're going to go into gate pose from yoga. One arm either down onto the mat or resting onto your foam roller. Other arm coming up and over, reaching to the toes. Let's do that same stretch to the other side. Awesome. Coming up, you know what time it is. Reach up to the sky, exhale the arms down side to side, and then bring it in for a well-deserved hug. So much fun working out with you today. I hope you enjoyed this foam roller workout. For more, please like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos just like this one. You can also follow me on social at HealyFit. Until next time, y'all, be well.